Behind me is the longest consecutive locks in the UK. And today, 200 years after it was built, we're going to take a boat through it. Still a long way to go. But most importantly, this is the steepest flight of locks in the country. And today we're going to attempt to complete it. I'm Mike and I'm narrowboating 3 different boats on 3 different canals in the UK, including through the city that has more canals than Venice and riding the world's only rotating boat lift. But those are the next videos right here on DownieLive Travels by Boat. Now let's go find us a boat. And so I've booked a boat using drifters.co.uk here at Foxhangers, just outside of Devizes, and this is our beauty. It is the largest boat I've ever rented. It is 66.5 feet long. It is also a platinum class, which means it's up there with the nicest of the boats I've rented. I'm going to give you a full tour of the boat, but we're actually going to get going here first because we've got to get into the locks before 2 o'clock so that we can get out of them and complete them before sundown. So let's get started. But I'm not taking on this challenge alone. I've brought my friend Gareth.
Hi.
And his friends Ed, who is completely inexperienced.
Completely new, left the rope behind already.
But oh, when you unhooked at the front. And Jamie.
Oh, I'm so grateful we have a bow thrust there all of a sudden.
Here we go, into our first of 29 locks. It's going to be a long day. I guess the question is, why do we do this? If we've got to go through 29 locks, it seems like a lot of work, but this is the speed at which we're going at. It's really just an excuse to get out on the water in the countryside. So, as we enter our first lock of 29, the question is, what is a lock? Well, boats aren't very good at going up or down hills. They prefer floating on calm, level waters like we are now. And locks help boats go up and down hills while keeping level. In our case here, we're trying to go uphill. So Gareth is entering the empty lock from the low side and will then close the gate behind him. Gareth, is it all coming back to you?
Yeah.
Now Jamie and Ed are going to crank the levers to open the paddles at the top gate, which will slowly let water into our lock and float our boat up about 8 to 10 feet to match the height of the canal above. So far so good for our first lock, just 28 more to go. And then we simply open the gate and cruise on out. Now the gates are open, ready to go. Of course, now we have to do that another 28 times. Now the problem is, he's on the boat, we're not. So he's gonna pull over there, which means we've got to walk around over the bridge. Oh, we've got to close these. We've got to close these. Good push. Casual day. A lot of work.
Countryside.
Yeah.
Minding your own business.
Yeah, just another 28. One down, more to go. So luckily there wasn't too much of a gap from the last lock to the next one. So we just walked along the towpath. And because the locks do use quite a bit of water, the boat that was ahead of us, they saw us coming behind them. So they've waited. So we can both go and use the locket together. So we only need to drain once the water out rather than twice for 2 sets of boats. Now, filling these locks is not fast. They say it takes a crew of 2, an average of about 10 to 15 minutes to go through a lock, and with another 27 of them ahead of us, this could take us between 5 to 7 hours. But we have a full crew of 4 healthy guys working together, and I'm curious to see how quickly we can do this. We've already completed one, we've just started the second, and I should time it, see how long it takes us. So let's start that. There we go. We can probably add 15 minutes to the end. Gareth, doing great. Back at the helm.
Yeah. Got the hat on, the collar up because it's getting warm.
It's sunny out.
Not used to this sun here in England.
Oh, it's pretty nice out here.
We get 2 weeks of sun every year, and it's looking like this might be one of them.
This might be the week. In order to accomplish this faster than the average time, everyone has a role. Gareth here has to get our very long narrowboat in and out of the locks safely, which has the added challenge when we're squeezing in with a second boat.
I tried. Yeah, what's really like coming into the lock is fine.
Yeah.
But like to stay over to one side to let someone else in as well, it's tricky. It's really tricky.
Cute boat they have. Clearly they live aboard. Look at all the plants. Cactus on top. Meanwhile, Ed and Jamie are on land doing the manual labor, swinging the gates and cranking the paddles open and closed. I'd like to point out, we're out here, and there is nothing else around. We are in the peaceful countryside. The only thing you can hear is the little murmur of the engine propelling these along. Is that 3 or 4 locks so far?
3 down. 3 down.
26 to go.
Smooth and getting progressively smoother,
Yeah.
I think.
So operating these locks is very mechanical and a little physical. There are no computers or machines to help, but it's pretty amazing when you realize that this canal and these locks were built in 1810. Yeah, the canals used to be full of narrowboats moving goods around the country even before the steam train was invented. And over 200 years later, we're still able to navigate them today. I gotta say, that is impressive. Now, we might not be a crew of savvy sailors, but our vessel is a little more comfortable than what they had in the 1800s. So while we move from one lock to another, this is actually probably a perfect time to give you a tour. So this is obviously where we drive from. Controls are here, tiller, and welcome to downstairs. Right away, you walk into bedroom number 1. This is a double bed. The guys have just dropped their stuff here for now. They're gonna get that sorted into the closets and cupboard space we have here. TV in the corner, which probably never get used, but good sized bed. Then we move through into the ensuite bathroom that has a full-size shower. I mean, look at this. This is amazing. Taller than 6 feet. I don't want to stand in there with my shoes, but plenty of space. Around the corner, on board a boat, it's called a head. It is the toilet. There are 2 chairs in there. You can pull them out. You can sit, enjoy the company of your friend, or those are mostly just for storage at the moment. I think we'd bring them up on the shore. And like any bathroom, you got a sink. Let's keep moving. Through here is the galley. Comes with a full gas stovetop grill, oven, sink over here, lots of counter space, coffee maker, microwave, 2 fridges, wine rack, pretty much anything you could need in a kitchen. Sorry for the mess, we've brought some groceries. Then you move into the seating area. This also has a table, pops out to be a dining room, a TV, which we won't use, and through here is another ensuite bathroom and another bedroom. You were probably wondering, there's 4 guys on board, where are you all gonna sleep? 1, 2, 3 in this room, and 1 on the big bed out there. So we're very comfortable. Of course, lots of storage space along the way, storage and drawers underneath. And you come out onto your front deck, and we're perfectly timed to be in the final of the lower locks, about to enter the main staircase. That ahead of us is the steepest set of locks in the UK. The Caen Hill flight is 16 locks in a straight line headed up the hillside. Comparatively, what we've just done is nothing but a warm-up. Well, so far, I've done a whole lot of talking and not a lot of working like these guys. So I'm gonna put the chest cam on, cue the music, I'm gonna do a montage as we do the 16 locks. Here we go. So I've got to grab a windlass and get onto land somehow. Okay, here I go. All right, you're in good hands. Let's do this. Now, I do not know how I convinced the guys to do this with me. I mean, think about it. To spend 6 hours or so walking uphill, pushing gates and cranking paddles under the beating sun, I mean, yeah, it sounds like a lot of work. He's very comfortable. He says it's quite easy if one of you wants to try driving the boat. No? Okay. In designing these locks so close together, the engineers encountered a unique challenge of keeping enough water in each of the locks.
When we're on the hill, when we're on Caen Hill locks, the gap between the locks is only about the same length as a lock. So if we're going to put 8 foot of water into the lock below, if the bit in between was only the same width, we're going to drop 8 foot of water out of it. So no boats would ever be able to go through it. So the expanse of water at the side actually instead of length. So rather than dropping 8 foot, it drops by about that much because you've got all the extra water in there.
So in order to ensure they had enough water to fill these back-to-back locks, they built large holding ponds off to the side. so no lock would ever go dry.
Normally locks are further apart than they are along here. And when we get up to the flight, you'll see how close they are. It's quite exciting when to have a look at it and realise what you're about to do.
Right. But the question is, where does all the water at the top even come from? Oh, wow. There's a whole bunch of solar panels back there, and it says the lock flight pumps are operated by the sun. So those solar panels are powering that pump house, which pumps the water from here back to the top. So since we have so much water coming downhill, they either need a major water source at the top to keep the water flowing, and they don't necessarily. So this pump house has water that's just come out of the lock, goes straight back into it, gets pumped to the top. So they're able to recycle the amount of water going. It actually can pump more water up than can come down at one time. And all of that is powered by those solar panels. Cool system.
It's epic. I mean, it's impressive. So I don't even know when it was opened, but the idea that you would just build a waterway going up a big hill, and that it still works now, right?
You're right. The engineer that looked at this and said, no problem, we can get boats up that.
Yeah.
Made it happen, and they still do. An hour and 20 minutes so far. Jamie's moving. Jamie's looking to make record time here. This type of physical challenge is just something you don't get in your daily lives anymore. This is like historic engineering still in practice. Overall, none of this is too difficult. Anyone of any age can do this, but with 29 locks, it just takes a while. I like how they design these areas to push with your legs. Little bricks to step into. Still a long way to go. This is Ed's first time driving. Look at that, looking good. You see, even rookies can do it. Oh, it's like you've been doing this for years. There we go. We've done the old switcheroo. Now I'm at the helm. It's nice having three friends along, so we can all rotate and take turns. Oh, perfect. I think I still got it. Love that. I mean, clearly driving the boat is the least work, but that doesn't mean it's not difficult or stressful. Now, as the skipper, driver, you have to make sure you don't go too far back or you're bumping the back gate, and not too far forward that you're bumping the front gate. I love how this used to be a cargo highway, and yet 200 years later, we're just doing that as an excuse to get out and do something unique together.
The last one of the flight.
This is the last one. We've made it. By George, we've made it. The last gates, the last lock. I don't know what we're gonna do after this. We came just to climb the locks. I guess we go explore what else is in this canal. Maybe go get something to eat. Thank you very much. Thank you. So that is officially the top of the Caen Hill locks. But it's not the end of our journey. So I guess now the question is, how long did it take us? And so, I think it's only appropriate that we now stop the timer, and we have, oh! That was not done on purpose. We hit exactly 4 hours, almost, yet to the minute. 4 hours and 13 seconds, which was just me pulling out my phone. Amazing! We're not just cruising. We have what they call the long pound, which I think is about 15 miles without any locks, which means at 3 miles an hour, take us about 5 hours of cruising until we get to our next lock. This is why I love narrowboat. How calm this is. I think the word I'm looking for is serene. So, after all that work, I think we've earned ourselves a traditional British meal in a charming pub. And since we're here in the UK, that should be easy enough. It's all stinging nettle. I mean, that's fine, I just don't want it. Can I throw you the center line? I can jump here. Ready? So this might be the spot. Throw me the back rope. Go on. Tie the other end. It should be rung already. Ringed. The other end should already have a ring on it.
This is where all my theories that Gaz is like one of the smartest people I know fall apart.
He's good. Wait. You're gonna go put your hand around this edge.
How much do you want?
All of it.
Yeah, as much as you can. Do you not throw rope very often?
Ready?
Yeah.
Over here.
Woo! look at us. 2 one-handed catches. Oh yeah, it's working. I think that's as far in as it goes. This is as close as it gets.
Come on, Ed.
That's beach now. That's
Park here.
you can't park there, mate. Technically, we can. We can put in the stakes and we can call it this. The other option is we keep going, or we order food and one of us goes to get it and we eat on board. You want to keep going?
Keep going. Keep going.
Keep going. Okay, so we're gonna keep going. We're good. Yeah, we're getting on.
Definitely doable. Maybe like a rope.
The edge of
The rope would help.
I don't need the rope.
Oh, shit the bed.
Yeah.
Leap.
That's going to be amazing for the vlog.
You all right?
You all right, Ed?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Tell you what, I might just meet you up down the road. No, I'm just kidding. See if I can do any better.
Follow through. Yeah.
We continue. Don't do what we did, but we continue. Okay, this might be the spot. This might be the spot, although we're getting a little far out here. That's on me. I wonder if we've run aground. Can't get much closer. Well, it's not the spot, that's for sure. But all right,
One.
yeah, challenge 1.
We thought the locks were going to be the hardest thing today. But the challenge now is trying to find somewhere along here to park.
So dinner is at a restaurant in town that way. We've already gone past it, and we're running out of places to park, and we're just getting further and further out of town. With a lack of clear parking and us not wanting any more injuries, we have a backup plan, just a little further up the canal. What's the verdict on the restaurant?
So the pub it's 7:30 p.m. and the kitchen is just closed. But
Ridiculous.
they have moorings available, and they're happy for us to order takeaway food, which we can eat in the pub as long as we buy a drink.
Watching
Oh,
the
yeah.
football,
So-
having a beer.
So that feels perfectly
That's-
a reasonable compromise.
Very reasonable.
Tending to bruised ribs.
Yeah. So
Alright.
the Bridge Inn have come to our rescue at short notice,
Well
even
done,
if
the Bridge Inn.
even if their kitchen closes before 7:30.
I should have remembered from my last series on the canals that food is always the most difficult part.
Right.
You go through beautiful little villages where the pub closes early or they don't serve food on certain days.
Right.
And if you miss it, if you miss the one that's open, you're kind of out in the middle of nowhere, which is where you want to be, but not
where
without
you wanna
food.
be when you're hungry.
Okay, this is the Bridge Inn on the left. No need to leap this
No
time.
leaping required.
Yeah. Whatever's safest. Thank you, sir.
Right.
Jamie is our knot master. Lock up the doors. Officially moored at the pub. At the Bridge Inn. All right. Let's get some dinner. Honestly, great parking spot. Sun is setting.
Oh my
The
goodness.
beer garden is here. Wow. Oh, the boys got beers already. Wow. Well done, fellas.
Well done to you.
Okay, and that's to you.
Oh, man down. No.
This is not connect. We got to move. It's not-
This is fucking.
yeah, for 4 big boys, let's pick the solid one.
Cheers. Well done, everyone.
Yeah, we earned it.
Well done, everyone.
Definitely does.
Cheers. Oh, beauty. Thanks.
All right. Let's go over the plan. This way.
Let's see.
I've marked it. Okay, so here's the plan. We need to get further down the canal to something called a winding hole, where we can turn the boat around to head back and return our rental boat. But we have a few obstacles in our way, but we'll tackle those tomorrow. Well, I think that's a plan then. So with the kitchen closed at the pub here, we've ordered Indian food from a nearby restaurant that luckily delivered to us here.
It's like a fucking sauna dome.
Oh, nice.
There we go, mood lighting.
All right. What do we have? Why don't you tell us?
We have a garlic and a peshwari naan, pila rice, biryani, butter chicken, and this is a chicken danzak.
A whole variety of curries.
We've got all the curries imaginable.
Yes. Well, we're gonna eat well tonight. Now, I don't know if it's just because we worked up an appetite from those lox today, but this is the best curry I have ever eaten. And I can't wait to see what we have in store for us tomorrow, which luckily is today. Good morning. Oh, what a beautiful morning. All right. Away we go. Those are some loud birds. And now we're just going through a charming brick bridge. When the weather is this nice, how can you not love this? Just another day on the high seas. Now the challenge for us today is we want to cover as much ground as we can, see as much as we can. That's what we've come here for. Just do a lot of this cruising. And then I think we're gonna have to head back. We'll figure that out when we get there.
And it's so nice knowing you've just got a day of steady cruising, no locks, no leaving up and down.
Yeah, we don't have any locks today.
Yeah.
And we've got nowhere to be and nothing to do except this.
Just watch the world go by about 3.5 miles an hour.
Yeah. We're not showered yet, but that's because if you want hot water, you have to run the engine for about an hour. And so Ed is eagerly awaiting a shower. I mean, we all are. But it's quite nice knowing you can't really, and you've just got to get started on your day.
You've got to wear yesterday's clothes.
Yeah.
4 grown men sleeping in a confined space. It's like the black hole of Calcutta in it.
Well, it really forces you to come out into the fresh air. Yeah. The word for it really is just as charming, isn't it?
But while it is relaxing, you're never without a task.
There we go, right?
Oh, this is okay. Our first challenge of the day, and I think this is my first ever swing bridge.
No time like the present.
No time. All right, straight to it.
So windless for you.
There is never a dull moment. Here we go. We haven't even made our first cup of coffee yet.
How are you supposed to function?
Yeah, exactly.
I
can't work under these conditions.
Whoa.
Making coffee?
Yep, we've got Indian Monsoon Malabar coffee.
Oh. While Gareth makes the coffee, I'll take the swing bridge. Here we go. So I have done in the past a lift bridge, but this is a swing bridge. So this bridge is going to rotate, it's going to swing, I think, out and over this, maybe by the looks of it. On this. Is that it? Or just push? Aha! Hold up. That is satisfying. That is good. Oh, Ed, you're missing out. We're doing a swing bridge. Am I supposed to push it from that side? I definitely am on the wrong side. How do I get back? If I push this away from me, there's no way to push it back. That could have been a bad mistake. Okay. Push from that side.
You're totally screwed.
Yeah. I would have been trapped on the other side.
Hefty, isn't it?
That's why this has been added to
Oh, so you got more leverage.
More tension.
I like that. The only thing is, if you leave this open and someone shows up from the other side, there's no way to close it. You would have to swim. Garrett, how long till coffee?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Push back. Watch your step. Easy, easy. There's a stopper bar, don't you?
There you go.
Perfect. All right, let's screw it back in. I just enjoy these little challenges. You think you can just jump onto the boat here, Ed?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's my speciality, as we all know.
Okay, Ed, whenever you're ready, I'll go after you. Want to do a bit of a switch? Take the fella? Sure.
Wheels.
Oh,
Go, coffee.
thank you, Chief. This is what I'm talking about. This is a day now. Cheers.
Our prestige class rental boat has traditional styling, but not every boat on the canals is built the same.
There are all types of boats along here. This would be great. Probably looks like there's a ton of space, but I like this one up here, the survival boat.
The survival boat is good for 56 people.
Wow. Oh, yeah. Interesting. I guess if it floats, you can bring it to the canals. It fits. That's like towing a guest house behind your boat. That's adorable. This is gonna get tricky. We got some traffic. Why wide traffic. Pretty funny when this is the most excitement we get in the morning.
Now, considering what our day was like yesterday, today is going to be much easier.
Morning. Our pleasure. We're in no rush. Enjoy the day. For that being the only moment of stress we've had, that was relatively stress-free. And they thanked us for waiting. Very kind.
In fact, the only other real obstacle we have today is this second swing bridge, which I actually really enjoy.
We bring this just in case that hand screw doesn't work.
I think these bridges are really neat. It's amazing how they're balanced so well that you can just rotate an entire bridge all by yourself.
Beautiful. Take us away, Captain Jamie. We haven't seen a road in ages. Just the most serene moment. Look at this. All right, so the boat does come with towels and a towel warmer. The bathrooms are pass-through, so the rule is when the doors are closed, you don't pass through, because otherwise they would see you. And as far as I'm told, the shower is a normal shower. All right, I'm gonna shower. I'm gonna leave you here. And look at us now, fresh as a daisy, fit as a fiddle.
Daisy, ready to go.
The whole group. Ready to go for not much, just this.
More of the same.
More of the same.
Well, I guess actually, if you do get bored, there is lots to do, which is exactly what we do. In fact, we've been standing on this boat all day. It's time to go stretch our legs.
As nice as it is being on the canal, we're gonna venture off into the woods. This is a nature preserve just on the side of the canal. Well, that's a cool.
Yeah, these are great. So these are often used for people on horses. So they don't have to get off as higher up.
Cool.
Out here, there are plenty of walking trails, and even ones that go past some hungry neighbors.
Oh, there they are. Hi. Oh, yes. Hello. Hi.
This stuff? No, no good.
Holy moly, that's a bull. I got it. Oh, what a ton. Yes. Have a nice day.
And without many restaurants out here, we did come prepared.
Smells good. What you got cooking?
We got some steak, which Ed very kindly supplied.
Oh, yes. Bring chefs on board. Oh my gosh. Amazing.
Oh, lovely. Wow.
Well done. Alrighty, let's do this. So this is tight, but if you pull the first loop out, and the rest will just come completely undone. Look at that. Boom. And we are free. Easy.
What is that? Oh, our water is critically low.
We need water. Ready?
Yeah, ready. Hit me.
Oh, beautiful. Not bad at all, if I say so myself. Our boat on board, we have a hose. So we've connected it to the water point, and we put it in to our water tank. And now we sit here and wait as it fills up. Probably take 15 minutes. It's quite a bit of water. Quite a bit of showers.
I mean, when there's nothing to do, that's when you can do anything. And that's why I brought these guys, because we get to do it together. But at some point, we've got to turn this ship around. Which brings us, finally, to the winding hole. As you can see, it has a little indent on one of the banks, and it's just barely wide enough to squeak the nose of your narrowboat in there. And then all you have to do is turn the tiller all the way to one side, turn up the throttle, and that'll push the tail end of your boat around 180 degrees, pointing you back to where you just came from. Now, I know you didn't need to see this, but I just wanted to show you what Gareth looks like up front here. Now look, some people say narrowboating is slow or boring. But I say, if you have the right friends with you, it's exactly the right speed and has lots to do.
I was thinking
But now that we've turned the boat around in the winding hole, I'm not going to make you watch us go all the way back and return our boat. But what I can suggest is that you watch the next video in this series right now, because this is just the first of 3 canals. You see, next week here on DownieLive, my wife Nicole joins me as we navigate a narrowboat to a city that has more canals than Venice. And after that, we ride the world's only rotating boat lift, which sits in the picturesque countryside of Scotland. But here's the best part. Thanks to Nebula, you can actually watch these episodes right now. In fact, each and every one of my videos gets posted to Nebula first. And it's not just me on Nebula. It has content from fantastic creators, such as Jetlag the Game, a fun travel game show, or science videos from creators like Real Engineering, and better yet, Nebula exclusive shows like The Getaway, where each contestant was told they are the snitch and enticed to spoil the game. It's a hilarious mind-twisting show that is definitely worth a watch, but it's only on Nebula. So to sign up for Nebula is simple. Right now, it's 40% off. So visit nebula.tv/DownieLive to watch my next Canal episodes right now, and I'll see you there.